Oh, Colt. Why, bro? Are you on diamonds? Oh. What's up, everyone? It's Kyle Jams here. As you can see in the intro of this video, I ended up getting stacked in this past 1-3 session. We do rebuy in, and unfortunately the hand was against one of my homies, Colt, and it ended up being a flopped set over set. But we were able to kind of bounce back, and I'll show that with the video and discussing my thoughts and how things went in the future of this video. But in this video also, we're also gonna be going over what I carry in my poker bag. I bring it to Colorado, I bring it whenever I'm in Vegas, and whenever I'm in Vegas, it's even more useful just because I like to have more snacks in there because chances are I'm gonna be having longer sessions. So that's what will be in this video today. Looking forward to it. Thanks for watching, guys. Oh, and please hit that like and subscribe button, and that would be awesome. So starting off, I have some earphones, and they are wired, yes, because I always lose my wireless AirPods. So with these, I don't really listen to much music or anything at the table. It's more so if I'm in Vegas and I'm walking to one of the casinos. So that's what the earphones are mostly for. Then I have my tripod, my stand for recording videos. I saw it in a Brad Owen video, so I looked it up on Amazon and ended up getting it on Amazon. Protein bar, you know, just get hungry at the tables, need something to eat. Protein bar is the way to go until I get a real meal in me. Some lotion, especially in Colorado, hands get dry all the time, so lotion is pretty nice. Of course, some Vegas, something I do before leaving to Vegas. Hey buddy. Something I do before leaving Vegas is I'll place sports bets, and that way the next time I get to Vegas, if they hit, I'm already starting off with a win. So the last time I went, we have some basketball bets that we can cash out on. These are super clutch. So I had this portable charger and it was great, but the issue was it would be in my video when I was recording, or it would just knock my phone down all the time. So I bought these portable chargers that they just connect to the USB-C or whatever it is to your phone, and you don't have to worry about stuff being in the way. So I bought a pack, and I think they were about like 30 bucks, but these are the best portable chargers I've found. Super simple. Then we have my card protector. So if you don't use a card protector, it's not something you absolutely need or anything. I would say it's more important when you're in seat 1 or 9 so that the dealer does not take your hand if they think you're folding. I guess a little story time. The story time with this guy is it's from a Fallout mystery pack, and I bought it off Amazon, and that same day I received it in the mail. I went up to Black Hawk to play in this $300 deep stack tournament, which I always say in my videos is my favorite. Teethies, right buddy? Which I say is my favorite, and I ended up winning the tournament. So he is something that I always bring with me now. But that's what's in my bag. I also keep some chapstick. Yeah, and this is a Wolfpack sling bag, crossbody bag, something like that. And it has been very useful, especially for travel. So yeah, that's about it. If anyone has any questions, just drop a comment and I will respond to it ASAP. Cool, thanks guys. Here we go. We sit down, first hand we pick up is gonna be ace queen off. Of course, every time I initially sit down at the table, first hand's gonna be a good one. So we raise things up to $15 in the cutoff, get 3 other callers, and the flop comes ace 6-4 rainbow. Beautiful start to the session. It checks around to us. And with 3 others in the hand, we always like sizing up
and don't really want anyone to catch up. You know, we're not afraid of too many things on a rainbow board, but it's our first hand. We don't really know the table dynamics yet, and we get all folds. So within the first pot, we ended up profiting $45. Great start. I'm happy with it. You know, not a killer pot, but of course we will take it when we sit down. I always feel a lot more comfortable after that first hand, especially when making money. And here we go, a big pot alert. We pick up ace king off, and we get instantly 3-bet to $30 after raising $10, and someone 4-bets to 125. Guys, I have about 270 in my stack. Not really sure if I just ship it all in here or if I just make the call. I mean, this sounds really strong, right? This has to be queens, kings, aces. I can't fold ace king here. I can't, but the debate is, do I shove here, or am I just gonna make the call and see a flop and hope for the best? Well, that's what we elect to do. We just make the call for 115 more, and the initial 3-better snap calls. So we're gonna be going to a flop of 375. Oof, this is within the first 10 minutes of me being at this table. And the flop comes not great. 374, we have 2 overs, but the big blind elects to just put in $200, so our remaining stack. And we got to fold, and the initial 3-better puts in the call, and it's kings versus queens. Oh, man, what a cooler. If I see an ace there, I'm all in. If I see a king there, I'm all in. I guess a king coming would have been not great, as I would have been stacked, but moving on, we now have $135, and we pick up king jack off under the gun 1. We raise things up to $10. Flop comes ace 5-4, 2 clubs. We check things over, and the turn comes the queen of diamonds as we pick up a straight draw, and we lead out for $15 now. And the river comes a jack, so I just check it over, and the villain is gonna throw out a $40 bet. So, I decide to make the call, as due to the check on the turn, I don't think he's repping an ace or a queen, so we are gonna make the call here, and we are right. He tells us we are good. So we flip over king jack. I forgot what he flipped over, but we're good. So we're gonna take this pot back. We're trying to build that stack back up, and a couple hands later, we are under the gun, and we pick up 5-7 suited under the gun. Now, I think we're 5-handed here, so under the gun is really pretty much the cutoff. So we raise things up to 10, get 2 additional callers, and we are going to go to a flop. That comes pretty nice, 8-2-3, 2 clubs. Okay, so we're gonna lead out here with our flush draw of $15. We're gonna get a caller, and we collect a fold and then another fold. So it ended up going 4 ways to the flop. Here comes the turn. Let's club us up, and it's a deuce. So a pairing card here. We're gonna go ahead and lead out once again, and we bet $30 here. And let's see what the villain does. He makes the call. So we're really hoping for a club here. We did not see this player 3-bet any hands, so he could have a wide range of things. King of spades, I think about, since the overcard comes, I think about jamming my remaining stack, which looks like about $70. I pick it up, I'm ready to go all in. I decide to check, and he checks too, and he flips over trips. He has trip 2s, so it's a good thing we did not jam. I'm surprised he did not bet on the river there to get some more value if I did have something like ace 8 suited. But you know, we were really hoping for the club, and we are all in for $60 with pocket 7s. It gets to the under the gun razor, and he thinks about things, and I mean, we're gonna be flipping either way. I mean, we know that he's gonna have overs to a 7. He makes the call, so we're going to a flop, 120 in the middle. We're trying to get back. You know, we haven't rebought yet, and we're just really trying to build that stack back up. And the flop comes beautiful. We flop a set. Turn is an ace, so there is a flush draw out there, and the river's a jack. We turn over our set of 7s, and he has ace 9 off. So we're good, guys. We double up, to 120, and that's exactly what we needed. We're really trying to get back.
I think it's safe to say that our luck has officially turned around, guys. We are back, baby. We are back. We are back. Yeah. Classic. We are back. We are back.
And here we pick up King Jack suited. And we raise things up to $10, get 3 callers, and the flop comes 8, 9, 5, 2 clubs. All right, good start, but this time with our flush draw, we're gonna check things over. In the turn comes a queen of diamonds. It checks to us once again, and we're thinking maybe we could just take this one down with a bet as an over comes out. Bet 15, and we're gonna get 2 callers from the small and big. So we're going to a river with $95, and the river becomes a club. So we get the flush draw, but it is a pairing 5. So obviously any full houses will beat us. The small blind checks, and the big blind goes all in for, I think about $50 or so. And we make the call, and she said we're good. So we flip over our King Jack suited. We get another big pot as we're trying to build a stack up. And we are going to be going to the next hand. Solid hand for us there. So we had to rebuy because of the set over the set, and this is the first hand after the rebuy. And we have ace 10 suited in the big blind, and it's going to limp around to us. So we just check things through, and I believe it's going 4-handed to a flop that comes decent, I suppose. As it's going to be 7, 9, 10. We flop top pair, and we also have the straight draw to go along with it. Well, we just check things over, and the button is gonna bet a pot-sized bet here of $12. Well, we're gonna make the call. We do have top pair along with the straight draw. So easy call for us. You know, we have about 300 in our stack. We're basically starting over. We need to double up to get back to breaking even on the session, and the turn comes the 5 of clubs. Okay, so we're just gonna check things over. We still have that straight draw out there. And he bets $20. 20 into 36, we decide to make the call. And now we're going to a river with 76 in the middle. And boom, Jack of clubs, as we now have the straight. Let's go. All right, so let's see what he decides to do here. And he bets $40. I'm gonna make the easy call here. And I'm expecting us to chop this pot, and he turns over 8-10 suited. Let's go. I'm gonna take my chips back, and oh, he had clubs. Not great. That one's just unfortunate, but moving on to the next hand. We pick up pocket jacks, about 240 in our stack, and we raise things up to 15. And Villain goes all in for about 90 bucks here. We're gonna make the call, 75 more to win 180. We make the call, and the flop comes ace 4-4, okay. King on the turn and a 8 on the river. I probably don't think I'm good here, but we are. He flips over pocket 9s as we're gonna get $90 coming our way. Great to see. Pocket jacks treated us right in this session. And here we had to skip through a little bit, but we had king, queen suited. There was a raise to 10, then a call, and we raised things up to 50, and we get it through. So moving on to the next hand where we have jack 9 suited, jack 9 hearts. We raise things up to $10, and I believe we're playing 7-handed here. And we're going 3 ways to a flop. That flops 2 pair, let's go, okay. Jack 9-4, 2 clubs out there. We're gonna bet this one out as we have top 2 pair here, not trying to be sneaky, not trying to let anyone catch up. We just bet half pot here, and we're gonna get a caller from the button. So we're gonna be going to a turn with 60 bucks in the middle, and the turn comes the 7 of diamonds. All right, so we're just gonna slow things down, check, and he bets out for 20. So easy call for us, and the river comes the ace of clubs. So the front door flush draw does get there. We're gonna check things over, and he immediately flips over queen 8, and the dealer announces straight. And things just didn't sound right. I go to muck, and no, he doesn't. It's queen 8, but no straight. He did not have the 10. He's looking for the 10, and you know, thanks for being honest there. He said, no, I don't have a straight. And the dealer noticed, I noticed. So we're moving on to the last hand of the session where we pick up jacks. There's a straddle to $6. I'm in the cutoff. I nearly just call on accident here. Realize there's a straddle. I'm about to raise to 10 as I'm raising first in, and I realize there's a straddle. So we raise to 15, and the straddler is going to call. So we're gonna go to a flop. This one, I'm very happy with how I played this hand, maybe being results oriented, but it comes king 7-6, 2 diamonds. I check things over, and he's gonna bet $15 here. I'm just not a believer. I make the call. Here we go to a turn, which comes the 10 of clubs. I check once again, and this time he's gonna lead out for $25. Still not a believer. I think he 3-bets a king as the straddler, but the river comes queen of clubs, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna do here, but I'm gonna check things over and see what happens. He checks things over. I wait for him to flip over his hand, and he just says he has a 7. So we're good. We pick up a decent sized pot here, and we're pretty stoked by that, as we are able to only have a loss of -156. So not too bad of a session. We didn't finish in the green, but
we're about
we'll
20 days away from the WSOP. I got this video out pretty quickly, but I still want to get one more video out before I go to the WSOP. The debate right now is, do I play the $300 satellite to get into the $1,200 main event? Sounds pretty fun. Or do I go play some cash? I'm trying to build the bankroll more. What I forgot to mention earlier is I was able to play a 2-5-10 session at the Monarch. Thought it was 2-5, ended up being 2-5-10 because of the rock game. It's a pretty big game. I sat down for $500 and I turned it into over $1,800, in part because I got the $1,000 high hand on a Monday, which was beautiful. Ended up getting quad aces. Didn't really get paid too much on that hand, but nonetheless, it was a big help for the bankroll. So, see you guys next video.